Missy, this is Mr. Mike, this is Miss Haley, and today we're going to work on our pitching off of our last lesson that we learned.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have all of you guys come over here and line up against the black wall. So like Miss Melissa was talking about, we're going to continue our catching lessons. So before we talked about catching using our body and trying to just make sure that we get the ball, today the big focus that what I want you to take away is catching with 2 hands. There's a couple of important cues that go with that. So remembering to bend your knees, keep your elbows bent and hands forward, looking at the object. So to explain a little bit about our warm-up, I'm going to have you guys pair up in just a minute. One partner here, one partner here. This partner will start with ball. I'm now going to teach yourself to show. So you're going to be shuffling down to the end of the court. Where do you guys want to start? Going back and forth, making sure, look how their legs aren't crossing, how they're throwing in front of them, and keeping their elbows bent. That's a big thing in this catching. I want to make sure that it's double-handed, not single-handed. Once you get to the very end of the court, you're going to come around on the outside of the gym so we don't get in anybody's way, and start again. We're going to run through this 2 times and make sure everybody's gone twice. Are there any questions? No? Okay.
Once you finish your second time, because you're going to have a different partner possibly the second time, we want you just to sit down so we know you're ready for the next instructions.
All right.
Do you want to get into 2 lines?
One on this gray line and one on that gray line.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Great job, guys.
And guys, we will also provide you some feedback during the activity if needed, so please listen to that and correct it the second time around.
Last thing before we go, I'm going to have you go one group at a time, and I'll let the next group when to go so that we were not getting jumbled. Everybody good? Any questions? Yep.
Guys, we're going full court just to reiterate and then jog on the other side. We demonstrated halfway, but please go the full way.
Alrighty. Who's ready? Ready?
Steady.
So guys, keep those hands up. Make an easy target for your partner.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so very good demonstration. The aspect of
Good job. Arms out. Make sure you bring push. Nice.
That target. Eye passes, guys. Get eye contact. Oh yeah.
All right, now quickly run back. Try to get to the
Very
center
nice,
line.
guys. Very good.
Try to keep eye contact with the ball and your partner. Good job.
okay,
Those hands open and back.
hands open, eyes on the ball.
Slide those feet. Don't cross your feet.
Okay, don't cross your feet. That will be secondary. Mostly about eyes on the ball, hands out.
Alright, awesome job, guys. I saw you really bending your knees and making sure you weren't crossing your legs. I love seeing that. So right now we're going to just play a game we're going to move into that also relates to our catching.
Okay, guys. So first, again, let's go over those cues one more time. We did see some very positive things, but we also saw a few spots where we can make a bigger target for our partner. So they see where they're throwing, right? That eye contact between the thrower and the catcher is very important, right? Especially once we move into a game setting and people are going to be moving around. We need to make clear targets for the thrower who will be under pressure. Okay?
All right, you want to make sure
Perfect.
that you see your hands open, and when you grab the ball, you want to bring it in and quickly reset and toss it back off. So our next game, we're going to split off into groups of
We're good for it.
4 against 5 or 4 against 4. Thank you, Ryan. 4 against
Thank
4.
you.
We're going to have a game-like setting. You guys are going to do rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and whoever wins that is going to start out with the ball. So you're going to have the inside of where the cones are. This side is going to be one team's goal. This side is going to be another team's goal. So whoever starts off with the ball, you guys are going to be standing at this time because we just want to work on the catching around the other team. So if I start off with the ball, I'm going to throw it to my partner.
you need to have one thrower throw the ball, and you need to be in the end zone and catch the ball. You cannot step into the end zone. All right. Key point to remember is the defender can only be an arm's length away. If the ways the ball gets turned over, if the ball is intercepted by a defender, it's their ball. They start from where they are. They're automatically on offense. Okay. If the ball just is not caught, hits the floor, it's picked up by the other team right where it lands, and they'll start on offense. Or if I, as a defender, deflect the ball but don't catch it, it still goes to the defense, and they are now the offense.
Okay,
All
perfect.
right, the boundaries are
Perfect
gonna be
set of
from the
rules.
goal, so follow this white line on both sides, and as they stated, the end zone will be past the black line. Are there any questions? Make sure we're really thinking about these cues. Big target, right? Good eye contact. Communicate with your partners.
All right. And we'll be making any calls so there's no fighting. We want good sportsmanship. All right. Is there any questions before we start?
We do need a fourth person for this team, if we have it possible.
Yeah,
We're
Ryan.
willing.
All right. So we'll have you guys will be one team. You guys will be another. Who
Can-
wants to come out and do rock paper
Can
scissors?
we get one captain from each team? and
Okay,
rock, paper,
this
scissors?
lesson is going very, very well. I was concerned about the cues in that first task. Why? Because there was like not emphasis. There was like one time or two times that the eyes on the ball and the wide open the target to be there, like be ready. But then when you went into the second task, then you once again reiterated and showed them what those cues were. So that counts as you being emphasizing the. Hold on.
That's touchdown. Final ball.
Touchdown, baby. That was the point. All right. Make sure your hands are wide open.
Those guys communicate those big targets to your partner.
Remember, you're not allowed to move when you have the ball. Look for the
One arm. Now.
Now, Abby gets the ball again.
One arm's length away, guys. You're gonna make better catches out
Okay,
there.
modified game. I would have used like the entire
Present those two hands, slow it
court
down,
for
guys.
this.
Make good targets.
It's all about the
Eye contact.
eye contact and make the cut target. Okay, so it's still there. It's still there. Okay. So I think this is very good. It's utilization level, so the activity is developmentally appropriate. This is not like a full-blown, full-fledged type of football game or anything like that. It's highly modified. So
I want to reiterate a few points. Slow it down. Make eye contact with your partner. They cannot pressure you beyond an arm. So have a good target presented before you throw. Is it yours?
Make sure you're throwing at them, not above them. Hands forward.
okay, very good. The cues are there. The demonstration is there. The emphasis is there. The enthusiasm is there. Based on the tone of the voices. Professionally dressed for the lesson, so the portrayal of professionalism is there too. Everybody's on
All right, guys, we're gonna stop. We're gonna
on
make it a
task.
little more difficult now.
Just be careful with a lesson like this, because a lesson like this, if you have an entire class, then you have to split it. So you have to have somebody else on the other side of the on the court.
You guys have to make sure that you get 3 catches between each teammate before you can make a goal. All right?
Guys, to make this more clear, and so your whole team is aware as well as the defender, every time you have the catch, I want to hear you count. 1, 2, 3. And if you drop it and it resets at 1.
Perfect. It's very, very clear with the instructions. My goodness. Not normal at this not normal at this level. So that's a great job. Very, very clear. Cannot be any more clear.
Good job. There's the defense. Good eye contact, guys. Nice.
Okay. Very evident that you were ready for the lesson. So the teachers were prepared. I'm going down the criteria The demonstration, as I said, was clear. Modified lesson at the end. It was very dynamic from the beginning, so that's why it's developmentally appropriate. So I think this is up to par. Yep.
Alright, guys, get those two hands set. Make sure we're all moving around. Get some good defense going.
Arms out.
Alright, good arms, guys. Good arms. Put that in those knees.
Watch you there.
Someone get open.
No excessive celebrations. Alright, guys, that's going good.
he even addressed the sport personship. Okay, very good. Yeah. This is up to par.
Watch left side.
Very good done. Very well done.
Game.
Alright. Alright, guys. Very nice job. If we could all come take a seat back at the start of the court.
Thanks, guys. Great job. Great game.
That was fun. Big fan.
All right.
Great game, guys. Great game. So now we're going to kind of discuss a little bit about what we did. We're going to ask you some questions. So we'll start off. What was difficult about that game? Anybody?
Raise your hand.
Not being able to move once you got the ball. Get harder to get a.
Okay.
Finding an open TV.
I was at a height disadvantage.
I hear you. Creating space. Creating space, right. Remember, we were talking about that arm's length away. That's hard. That's
One good thing that I think this is the very first time that I see that there is like this cohesiveness in the group. I think the energy is just perfect in this group, and that's something also that you have to pay attention to a group, seeing them as a unit. So that's very good. Of course, this is 1/3 of the class, but still.
Anything else?
I like the communication between the teams.
Right, great job, especially when we were counting. I heard everybody 1, 2, 3 looking at each other. That was awesome, definitely.
Okay. Could anybody let me know at least 2 cues that we worked on while catching from our teammates?
Make a target for your partner.
Very good.
Bend the knees.
Good
Then
job.
knees.
And
Anything
arms
else?
bent. Not straight arms.
Yep,
Yeah.
perfect. Elbows bent.
What else did we have to work on while being able to go around our opponents while catching? Eye contact. Anything else? Getting
Getting
open.
open, right?
Also, we have to think about being quick to catch and release.
Alright, guys, can somebody raise their hand and tell me that why it became easier to score and have successful catches when we slowed it down and made that eye contact and clear targets for our partners? Yes. More control of the ball. Good. Anybody else? Yes.
Partners were able to kind of like, if you saw them, they'd be able to point where they're going, kind of know which way they're going.
Right, and your partners are expecting the ball now, right? Which is clear. Sometimes at the beginning I saw some partners, maybe they're not even aware the ball's coming to them, and we never want our partner to feel that way. They should always be expecting the ball. Guys, so once we added the rule that we needed to have 3 catches, how did that impact the game and the strategy? Yes.
It made you unable to just throw it like the whole length of the court. You actually have to catch it and get open.
Very good. Any other ways that impacted the game?
Nice short passes because they're more delivery.
Yeah. Great.
Right.
All right.
All right, guys.
Right.
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Very good lesson.